Let's get into the papers this morning. I have with me the Daily Graphic. Africans must own logistics shipping space, and that's from Magdan. Provide selfless leadership to reverse difficulties, Bishop Dugby tells government. 7.3 million Ghanaians face poverty, have no access to education, health, employment, and that's a report from the Ghana Statistical Service right there. Tema East NPP Haven Fishing Hub. So yeah, quickly, that's it for the Daily Graphic.
All right, that's a very serious,
interesting one. Yesterday,
7.3 million Ghanaians face poverty and have no access to education,
health, and employment.
My goodness,
that's serious.
It's very, very serious. 7.3 million.
Yes,
that's
quite a chunk of the population.
It's 1/4 of our population.
Yeah, some more.
All right, the Ghanaian Times has these headlines. Patients stranded at hospitals nationwide as laboratory technicians lay down tools. You know, I'm feeling this whole thing about health. Maybe we should have a health conversation this morning.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I think maybe we should do that. Increase revenue mobilization to build robust economy, Prof. Festus Ebo-Texan, and 2,560 women dying of breast cancer annually in Ghana, alarming. Again, another issue about health care delivery in the country. Okay.
Wow. I have the Republic Press newspaper. All eyes on Bawumia as leaked NIB report sparks jostling overrunning mate. 86,000 printed passport booklets gathering dust at passport offices. The dangerous deceit, a Black West toxic pursuit of glory. Fix our roads or we vote against you, residents of Patase to government, and that's from the Western North region of Ghana. Ablakwa goes hiding as Brian Echampong calls his bluff. New twist in ambulance case as court admits AG's WhatsApp messages.
Wow.
Evidence.
Wow. The Daily Guide. 2.37 million ambulance case. I declared war on Dame. Jakpa is speaking. Jakpa is speaking. Speaking a lot. Anyway, he's in court. He doesn't have a choice. He has to talk. Baumia's KIA trainees pass out. We have NDC MPs abandon parliament for Atoforsen. Setekpe Shariaite sabotage ambulance project. KNUST VC gets 2 more years. All right, that's it for the Daily Guide.
The new finder, city risk further pressure when Ghana resumes debt servicing. That's from Professor Mensah. Ghana fails to meet HIV reduction target in 10 years. Wow. Anyway, heat wave claims lives of Ghanaian pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. That's a sad one.
Yeah.
The story can be seen on page 4 of the New Finder newspaper.
Can you imagine that the temperatures in Saudi reach 50 degrees centigrade? It's crazy.
Sad.
I don't even know what that is, what that feels like.
It's a thing you go for pilgrim and then you get to lose your life. Sad.
Let's pray that things turn out well for them.
Hope so. Still on the New Finder newspaper, first batch of KIA graduate from NEIP skills training program.
All right. The Chronicle. These are the headlines. Gender Minister appeals to Parliament to expedite passage of affirmative action bill. Onyamia Kwan Drivers Union route for female running mate for Bawumia. Onyamia Kwan. Yeah. God's way. I'll never forgive Godfrey Dame, whether I win or lose ambulance case. Setekpe Shariaite are evil. Jakpa draws battle lines. Wow. Charlie, other names are coming to the mix.
Yeah, some more.
Matthew chapter 26 verse 52. This is a scripture on the front page of the Chronicle. Put your sword back in its place, Jesus said to him. For all who draw the sword will die by the sword. Put your sword back in its place. All right.
Interesting one. The Chronicle seems to always have some interesting verses
they have a pastor in their editing team.
because
who brings out the scriptures,
you know,
appropriate for
and
them.
it's always spot on.
Oh no, that's
always
targeted scriptures.
Anyway, moving on. The Herald newspaper, Jakpa accuses Attorney General of falsifying evidence, alleges hostile judge, and indicates Tekpe late Sherry Aite. Why Haruna Idrusu, Muntaka others not in NDC national campaign team? YEA Kaya Skills Empowerment Program graduates first cohorts. Ghanaian businesswoman rubbishes theft, corruption, deception claims. JP Amewu to justify his Hohwe parliamentary victory on Wednesday, but EC says it has no witness to call.
All right, the Inquisitor. Craze to partner Baumia for 2024. Smoothness level in MPP after NIB report became public and evil agenda plan for preferred Napo. Okay. Senseless cry over NDC campaign team. High-profile grimy agenda against special prosecutor in the offing. Details coming soon. Ghana drops in World Bank audit institutions ranking. And COSA tours northern and upper east regions to inspect government development projects.
The Informer, red alert, another smear agenda against special prosecutor hatched. Rising cost of living, Ghana, Nigeria, hard hit. And that story is on page 3, Shally. It looks like the economy, no, everybody's feeling the heat too. NDC 2024 campaign, targeted message, respectful tone, critical, that's from Professor Alabi. Elections 2024, ignore superficial attributes, Christian Council admonishes electorates. Mahama attacks EC again, says it's biased.
All right, I have the Ghanaian Publisher, and it says here, Baumia running mates, government rubbishes bogus NIB survey. Oh, really? The NIB survey is bogus? Okay, well, the story is in the Ghanaian Publisher. What is really at stake in the 2024 elections? And concerning the ambulance case, court admits Jakpa AG WhatsApp chats into evidence. Gender Minister pushes for passage of affirmative action bill. That's it for the Ghanaian Publisher.
The B&FT anxiety engulfs US a $16.5 billion climate finance deficit. GPL players netted 1.23 million in Bet Power locker room bonuses during 2023-2024 season. And some in oil and gas stories. Is oil wealth slipping away? Is oil wealth slipping away? And that is for the B&FT newspaper this morning.
Good. Now, my final paper is the Catholic Standard, and it says here, ICGC awards Father Campbell. Education programs must be consistent, Bishop James Fee. We have Let's End Destructive Galamsey Menace, Archbishop Kofi speaking here. Artificial intelligence, terrifying or creative double-edged tools? Important question. It's an editorial in the paper. Stop killing the earth with plastics, priest urges Ghanaians. And Cardinal Napier calls on African Synod delegates to be radical images of God. All right, so that's what we have for the dailies. Do you want to do any online stories?
Of course, most definitely. So
right.
we are going to ChannelOne newsroom. So if you have your tablets, your phones, you may just want to do this together with us right in the studio. Ghana bondholders reach agreements in principle to restructure $13 billion debt. And also, multidimensional poverty index, Ashanti region leads over 900,000 affected persons. KNUST VC gets second term appointment of 2 years. Stop threatening us for demanding better conditions. Striking MELPWU members have that right there. Labadi beachfront, with legitimate lease from landowners, Freddie Blaze Sand, and also ambulance case, AG didn't promise you freedom, persecution to Jakpa.
All right, fantastic. Well, you know, there's been a lot of health conversations and health stories, particularly on the three papers that I can pick out. The Daily Graphic talks about it, the Ghanaian Times talks about it, and the New Finder also makes reference to it as well. We're going to have a conversation shortly after this break, and the question is really simple. What's the healthcare situation in your town where you live now? What's it like? You want to call us and just share a little bit with us, okay? So whether it's a CHIPS compound, whether it's a clinic, whether it's a health center, whether it's a hospital, whether it's a referral hospital, do you have multiple clinics? Are there multiple centers? What's the situation like, okay? Because it looks as if our healthcare is heavily challenged, you know, and to think that for 10 years running, okay, for 10 years running, we've not been able to meet our
HIV reduction targets.
HIV reduction targets.
That's sad.
It's a very serious thing.